Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is Wednesday, September 15th. Yep, we're in the middle of the month. I told you this year was going by fast. Before we know it, tomorrow we'll be getting ready for Christmas. And I can't wait. I have been ready to get out of this summer for the first time that in a long time or that I ever can remember. I usually love every season and I get the most out of it. And there's so much that I love and enjoy about every season. But this year, oh my God, it just with the water drought, the fires, because we're in Northern California, the water restrictions, the pandemic being worse than it even was last year. Just so much going on. It's been dry. We haven't had like one rainy or slightly breezy or cold day this summer. And we weren't able to do nothing. You didn't want to do barbecues like we usually love to do because we going through the fires, and we wanted to be considerate and not take any risk, and you couldn't get wet or have a pool because we had water restrictions. And I mean, you could go to the ocean. We didn't have a chance to do that with the pandemic. We're not trying to go anywhere unless we absolutely have to. So it's been a really difficult summer. So I've been so ready to go to fall and winter. I just love it because all my kids' birthdays are coming up back to back between fall and winter. All the holidays, Thanksgiving, Halloween, Day of the Dead, Christmas, all of those favorites of mine. And just decorating, I've already started decorating for fall and for Thanksgiving pretty much. I'm pretty done, I think. Maybe a couple of little more things I want to get, but I think I'm pretty done and I'm so excited. If you haven't seen that video, go back and check it out. But yeah, I am so ready, and you can tell I'm losing my train of thought. But yeah, so anyway, I want to make this video as short. I'm trying to figure out the proper word, as short as possible, because it's not a video that I really wanted to do. I know it's a video, it's people are doing videos about a video that went completely, I cannot even talk this morning, completely off the chart. It went viral. It was all over YouTube, all over TikTok, just in the news, just all over the place. And it was crazy because I debated if I wanted to do the video. For one, I don't like to really go into other people's fall or demise. I try to have grace with every situation. I try to see all aspects of the situation, the positive and negative. And what could we say, what could we do here that can even be, let me bring this down a little bit, where we can show grace, or is it something that's forgivable? Is it something that you can just get past? It's very difficult because you're talking about someone's life. And I feel, this is my personal opinion, that the people that are doing videos about that video, and let me tell you who we're talking about. We're talking about Jordan Cheyenne. She's a YouTuber, a very famous YouTuber, a YouTuber that was one of my top favorites. I loved everything about her video. My favorites were their meal prepping because I think she's a badass at meal prepping. I learned so much from her. She's so creative. I just love it. But I love all her videos. Now, there's some videos that she do that, you know, really don't affect me, like her financing videos. It was nice to see her being inspirational and her sharing her methods of how she went from a single mom from minute one, a very young girl with a very low credit score, just broken, and decided I have to fight for me and my son, and I want a good life, a better life, and I want to be a homeowner, and I want to accomplish all these goals. And she started just doing her research and just coming up with creative idea with her Abundance Academy and all this other stuff. And she just rose up to get a pretty almost perfect credit score. She ended up buying her home, her first home, on her own with no help from nobody. And she just being able to provide herself and her son a really good, comfortable life. And so that's always inspirational, especially from a young person. Now, it doesn't really affect me because I'm at such a happy and peaceful place in my life. I could be Jordan's mother. I am 55. I've been there, done that. I was young and I had goals and I accomplished pretty much all the goals that I set out to do. Some had changed through the years, so I took another route. I have had a lot of money. and I have had nothing. And I always try to be grateful and say, you know, we have our life and we have our health and we have our family. And that's what's always been in the forefront of my mind. Money came after that. Sure, people want to be financially peaceful. You don't want to stress. You don't want to struggle. You don't want to suffer hunger or any of those type of things, you know. And so I always was the type of person, even though I came from a family of money, especially with my parents, they're both gone now. But they were very old school. They didn't tell you their business, but you just kind of had an idea, but you didn't really have the details. But I always just was like, I can be happy in having it all. And I've been at a place where I've had nothing and just was humble and grateful and just made it work, because I felt like if I had my life and my health and my family, I really was rich and I had it all. And so, and yeah, you do your best to have, you know, good income so you can, you know, provide for your family. Of course, nobody takes that away from nobody. But we were young and we did what we had to do at each stage of our life. You know, like I said, I had goals, I had accomplished them. I've had everything and I've had nothing, and I made it work and I rose back up and stuff like that. And we've seen suffering, we've seen struggling, and we've seen every part of our life, which I'm grateful for, because every aspect of my life taught me lessons, taught me how to not make the same mistakes, taught me how to do things better, and how to not suffer or struggle as much, because I learned the lesson from when I was suffering and struggling, and how to avoid those things to make life easier and happier and better for me and my family. So as you get older, you learn so much more. You become more mature, more intelligent. Hopefully you're learning from your mistakes. And so when you get to my age and you could be at a happy, peaceful, income stable place, then you have it all. Like I said, we have our lives, we have our health for the most part, with a few things here and there. And we have each other. We're at peace. We're happy. I have a good job. I work for the state. I have a very good job. I work from home so I could be with my son, my autistic son, which is my biggest dream of all since he was diagnosed with autism. My kids are older. One daughter's already married. The other one's getting married in the beginning of next year. So we're in wedding mode, planning. My son is autistic. Of course, he's 25. He'll be with me forever. And, you know, just our family dynamic has just changed. The family dynamic that we knew is doing some adaptations. We're holding on to some traditional old stuff, which means so much to us. So we got to hold on to that. But we are having to do some adaptations, which is kind of scary, but we're going to do it. It's for the best interest of the family. And like I said, we have a marriage coming up, and it'll just be me and my son and my husband. So all of that stuff. So those type of videos, financial videos, I love to hear them because I'm happy for her and Christian. But it doesn't like help me because I've been there, done that. And so she's still young. And so she's still gonna have to set goals and do her thing. But I just love hearing her talk. I love how she edits her videos. I thought she was very beautiful, very smart. I thought she should be proud of everything that she did, and the love that she had for Christian and giving him a good life. So she was one of my top YouTubers. I just loved, anytime I got a notification that she uploaded a video, I was so excited. And so when this happened, it was not shocking to me. It was shocking in the depth of how far she went, but it wasn't shocking that this had happened. Because I had already had some red flags and even an encounter with her via comment. So when I first heard about it, was other people talking about it. And I'm like, what happened? Because she had already taken the video down. But, you know, in this world of social media and internet, all it takes is the moment you put up, that second everybody has it, even if you take it back down. And so, got a lot of phlegm this morning. Sorry, I gotta wipe my nose. So yeah, so everybody's talking about it, how disgusting it was, how heartbreaking it was, and how, you know, depressed they were for Christian, and how she's so fake and everything about it is fake. And it was just on and on. It was going through TikTok, through YouTube just, and then I saw her apology videos. I think she did 3, and then she did a podcast. She was invited to a podcast. She explained her story there. Said she was disgusted with herself, that she was so sorry for what she did, but that she really loved Christian and not everything on her channel was fake. She let herself, in a moment where she was not into her son's mental health state, or in presence, or in the moment of the presence of what her and her son was going through with the sickness and possibly loss of their new dog. So, and she just let, she wanted a good thumbnail, and that led to what happened. So anyway, I said I wanted to make this short, so I'm trying to go really fast. Anyway, Jordan Cheyenne did a video where she's trying to get a good thumbnail. I guess they had bought a new dog, and they were going to share this exciting news with their viewers. But that new dog happened to be sold to her, according to Jordan, that was sold to her with parvo. So the dog is in the hospital. I don't know exactly in today's date, but a few days ago, a week ago, it was in the hospital, in critical condition. They didn't think the dog would survive. And then they had to have her other dog. Oh, what's her other dog's name? Oh my God, I completely went blank on her other dog. So they thought her other dog might have gotten it because the new dog was around that dog. So she was going to take her other dog to the vet just to make sure. She was going to have to bleach stuff in her house because that's what you have to do. We had a dog named Max, first dog that we had, and it was a gift to our autistic son, and it ended up with parvo, and it was the most saddest, horrific death you can go through. We had it in the garage trying to keep it comfortable. It died, and we miss Max to this day. Parvo is no joke. You have to bleach everything. It's just crazy stuff. I don't wish it upon anyone because, we love our family, we love our animals. That was the first dog that we gave as a gift. I don't know if they didn't sell it to us. It was actually given to us with parvo, or just somehow caught parvo. That's the first time I had even heard of parvo. So that's what happened. So she was trying to document what her and her son was going through. And I guess they had been emotional all day. They had been crying all day, from the vet to the house, all this other stuff. So she, at the end, was trying to get a thumbnail. And so she's coaching her son to act like he's crying. But the ironic thing is her son is already crying. And if she just let it be authentic and she was present in the moment with her son, she would have saw that, and she would have been able to comfort him and console him and get her thumbnail, because he was authentically crying. And so when she's trying to coach him to cry, he's like, I'm already crying. Like, what you talking about? And then she kept being harsh, like, look at me. Look at me, look at me, and turn his face, repeat after me, repeat after me. And I know she was trying to get him to be in a positive mindset of what the outcome would be for the new dog, but it was just too much. Look at me, and just turning his face, and he's like, oh God. She didn't let him mourn, kind of like, or grieve, what was happening. Just let him cry instead of hugging him and loving on him and just saying it's going to be okay. She would have got something so authentic at the same time so that she could share with the viewers, and we would have been there to support them and, pray with them and for them and all this good stuff. There was no need to do what she had done. And so then she's like, make your face like this, make your face like this, look at the camera, but look at me, look at the camera, look at me, act like you're crying. He's like, I'm already crying. And I just don't understand, because Jordan is amazing at editing. I love her editing skills, and why she would even do that with her son when she professes so much love and that Christian is her life, which I'm sure he is. But why would you lose it for 1 second when you love somebody and they're your life? You can't. I mean, we're all going to make mistakes as human beings. We make mistakes as parents, as siblings, as everything. We're human. We're going to make mistakes, and we just want to hope and pray that we learn from them, that we are sincerely sorry for, to the person that we've hurt unintentionally, that we try to make it right and just make it better in the future. So anyway, I don't understand it, because I was talking to my daughter the other day, and I'm like, the way I edit my videos is, okay, I do all the video clips. some of them I can do in one slot, some of them have to do in parts. So I take each clip and I dissect it. I'm like, okay, I just repeated this like 3 times. That's not necessary. So I take off the repeated stuff, or stuff that it was a good storytelling to try to give people as much information as you can. But, you know, I went into too much detail, like, you know, because in my head, I'm trying to give you the most information in the background leading up to why I'm doing that particular video. So I'm thinking, okay, I think people get it. They don't need that much explanation. So stuff like that, I edit. But never make it fake, like, I'm going to make it look like this. No, what you see is what you get with me. I'm 100% real. I have nothing to hide. I'm an open book. I tell it like it is. And there's some things I hold sacred that are near and dear to me, and everybody should have that sacredness pocket where stuff about them or their family that's really sacred. You always have to keep that. But other than that, I have nothing to hide. So I don't worry when I'm uploading a video, could something like that happen? Because, you know, I'm so real. It's 100% real. So how could something like that happen? So then, see, I'm trying to make it sweet, but I'm trying to go short, but I'm trying to go as fast as I can. This is just so hard. I don't understand how. I was telling my daughter, okay, so I take those clips, edit whatever I have to edit, then I put it together, and then I put it in the draft, just in case I have to get up and run. I don't have to lose it and then have to start all over, doing it all over again. So it's already saved in the draft exactly how I completed the editing. And then when I have a chance, I go back and watch the whole video as if I'm a viewer looking at me. And I make sure, okay, maybe I could edit a little bit more to make it shorten, because I try to not make my videos more than 30 minutes, but not shorter than 15 minutes. So I upload it to YouTube. Then I go back and I fix a thumbnail. So I go to my collage app. I put like 4 to 6 photos of what kind of giving an idea of what the video is about. So if I'm decorating for fall, you'll see a part of my decorations, or you'll see a part of me doing it, or something that has to do with fall. So you know, okay, this is a fall video where she's decorating, but you don't see the whole thing. I'm just giving you like preview clips or photos of what the video is about, so that you have an idea, and not just by the title. So then once I do the collage, I edit the collage because I have to take all that, the time and all that stuff that's on my phone. So I edit it. And then I go to YouTube, to my channel, and then I pick, you know, they give you 3 pictures that they chosen that you can use, or you have an optional one. So I choose the optional one, and then I save it, and that becomes my photo for the video. That's my editing process. But there's other amazing editing apps that are more detailed and more sophisticated. I know a lot of people use iMovie Maker. I don't. I use Vivid Video Pro. So yeah, so I don't know. And she's way more sophistication in editing than me. So I don't know how she slipped. I don't know how she missed that. And I know part of it's a good thing that we did get to see it, because now we know the truth, and then we could move on from there. But part of it was so heartbreaking, so disgusting, so horrible and depressive, and just our hearts went out to Christian, so we kind of wish we hadn't saw it. So it was a bunch of mixed emotions. So yeah. So I don't know how in the world did she go back and edit, and how, if she did go back and edit, there's no way she couldn't have saw that clip was still there and to take it off, because how her whole life and career was going to be ruined. Why would you want people to see that? So I don't know if she went back and edited it and thought she had taken it off, but really didn't. Or she said, like somebody suggested, did she say, I'm going to leave it on there, cause a bunch of drama, I'll apologize profusely for it, and we'll all move on? That is, for somebody who portrays to be so intelligent and so inspirational and smart and all this stuff, that is stupid as stupid could be. There's no way people are going to forget about that. There's no way people are going to see you ever the same. You could apologize till your mouth falls off. So if that was her reasoning, stupid at its finest. But I just believe that she thought she had to edit it out and didn't. I don't know. I know she explains it, but I forget exactly what she said. But yeah, her whole life and career is pretty ruined from this. People now don't trust her. They don't have any respect for her. They don't believe that anything on her channel was real, that a lot of things were for views and subscriptions and thumbnails, and that she really doesn't love Christian as she says she does. But I went ahead and did this video. For one, let me make something very clear. Let's be clear. I think that the people that are doing videos talking about this, I mean, I know that they're heartbroken. It was heartbreaking and disgusting. I know that. I share their sentiments. But I feel like when people do videos and make money off it, I think that what she did was disgusting, heartbreaking, but what you're doing is just, you know, you're adding to the fuel because now you're exploiting their life in that situation. Because you know that when you put the title that you're going to talk about her and what she did, that you're going to get so many views and you're going to get so much money from your YouTube, and people are going to click because people just, that's like the thing of humanity. Curiosity kills the cat. So people want to see, some people are just fascinated with people's demise and fall and or nosy or whatever you want to call it. So I feel like anybody who does a video on someone else's demise or fall or suicide or depression or anything like that, I think you should do everything you can to not get monetized for that video. I think if you're really doing it from your heart and you want to bring awareness to who this person is and what they did, don't get monetized for that video, because then you're exploiting on top of what she already did, which was disgusting. So now you're a part of that disgusting kind of exploitation, because you know you're going to get paid. You know you're going to get so many views and people subscribing to your channel because they want to hear the gossip and they want to hear the story. They want to know what happened, what happened, what happened. So you know it's going to be a hit video. And so that's the difference. And I just feel like if you really, you know, it's your heart and you want to bring awareness, don't get monetized for the video. Let that be a video where you tell YouTube, please don't pay me for this video, because it's just to bring awareness and to share my thoughts and feelings, which everybody has a right to their thoughts, their opinions, their feelings. But we got to be very careful we don't cross that line of being judgmental. The Bible does say, judge for you be not judged. We have to be very careful how we can push people to the edge because they did such a horrible thing that they could, you know, want to end their life, and you don't ever want to push somebody. We want to try to have grace wherever and whenever we can. What she did is so bad, so heartbreaking, so hurtful. And yeah, she lost our respect. She lost our trust. So, but anyway, so that's why I decided to do a video. Plus, I had already seen some red flags with Jordan and Cheyenne. She was my favorite YouTuber. What is going on? She was my favorite YouTuber. I was so excited when I get notifications she uploaded. But when we were in the heart of the pandemic last year, now, granted, her son is immune compromised. He was born a preemie. She talks about how he's born at 1 pound, that he almost didn't make it. So he can't be at risk for like getting COVID because he would not make it. His body would not make it. So she has to be very protective of him emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically. I mean, and from what we had seen, she was doing all of those things until we saw this video, of course. But I had seen red flags because when we were in the heart of the pandemic last year, even though this year's worse than last year, she had just started dating this new boyfriend and he got sick. Now, his symptoms were like flu-like symptoms, but at that time, flu-like symptoms and COVID were very similar. And so she said he was really sick. But I'm going to go see him anyway because we don't get to see each other that much. And I miss him, so I'm going to go see him. And I'm thinking, why would you do that? Why would you do that? And possibly, if he has COVID, bring it back to Christian and sacrifice his life. And if he dies, what's going to happen? I mean, I just can believe. So yeah, so I couldn't believe it. I thought, oh, Jordan, I believed you. You professed to love your son with everything you have. He was your life. That's all you had. You were all he had. You should go above and beyond, especially in a pandemic. I would be wearing masks to go to the bathroom just to make sure your Christian was good. Don't wait for people to tell you you have to wear a mask. Wear a mask at everything, you know, just to make sure he is good. And so that was like, I kind of started to lose a little respect and trust in her because I thought this is not good for a boyfriend. Now I know you haven't had luck in that department, but I feel like Jordan, when she does get a boyfriend, she gets clingy and she's like, she kind of loses focus. And people have told her that before. It's just not me thinking that. And she said she didn't care what people thought. That's fine. And then she went to this on another video. And then I would notice that in videos she would go to the salon, not have a mask. They wouldn't have a mask on. I'm like, they're mandated to have a mask. She said, and then when people criticized her, she said, well, they said they were vaccinated. I'm like, when it comes to Christian, you don't believe nobody but your family. And sometimes you can't even believe them. That they're vaccinated. You're just going to be safe than sorry. You're going to wear that mask. You're going to ask them to wear masks because you have an immune compromised son to go back home to. And so she was just being careless, going places, not wearing masks. She was next to a Uber driver, her and Christian. His mask was down here. Instead of saying, hurry up, put your mask up. You know, she just was like really being careless when it came to masks. You know, wearing a mask, especially because Christian is at very, very, very high risk. So those were red flags. I saw the going to visit her boyfriend when he was severely ill and she didn't know what he had. Her not wearing, you know, being focused on the masking. And then she went to this concert with her boyfriend and it was really crowded. It was outside, but still, if it's a crowded area, you should wear a mask. And she said, and people criticized her. And she said, well, I don't have to wear a mask because they told me I didn't have to. And so I was like, okay. Me and this other subscriber put a comment. We said, we clearly said, we're saying this with so much love, Jordan. And this is totally constructive criticism. We know you love Christian, but this is a little too much. You've done this and this. And don't wait to be told to wear a mask. Wear a mask because your son, like you said, is your life. And he is at high risk and he can't get vaccinated. And he's depending on you to protect him. And, you know, it's almost like you would wear a mask. If you didn't caught, you would never wear a mask. And I'm like, and you're in LA, the LA area, which has been really infested with COVID. LA has been one of the really high places with COVID, and it has had to shut down a few times because people were getting COVID. And so you're in the very heart of it. So I'm like, I'm just saying because we really care. I can't even talk. We really, really care. And these are our exact words. We really, really care about you and Christian, and we want nothing but the best. And we know you love your son. Please, please be careful. Don't wait to be told to wear a mask. Wear a mask in these high risk places, please. Me and another subscriber did say she deleted our comments. So when she says I don't delete comments, she's a liar. She's a liar. She does delete comments when it's not convenient for her. And so we were thinking maybe YouTube was acting funny. Maybe it was deleting our comments. So we tried to put it again, then it didn't allow. So then we knew it was her. So then I thought of unsubscribing. I thought this is too much. I lost respect for her. I lost trust for her. You know, we all make mistakes, like I said, as human beings, as moms, you know, as children, as siblings, what have you. We all make mistakes, and we just hope to learn from those mistakes and reevaluate our life and, you know, move forward in a much better space and place. I would never do something like that. Never, ever. But, you know, like I said, we all made mistakes. So, you know, I thought of unsubscribing, but I thought, no, just stay a little bit longer. Maybe she'll learn. You know, people are telling her. Maybe she'll finally reflect and she'll change and we'll start to see, you know, differences in her video. And then all of a sudden this video happens. Where she coaches her son to act like he's crying when he's already crying, and you know, trying to get that thumbnail and shifting and shifting and shifting and say, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, do this, look like this, make your mouth like this, move, act like you're crying. It was just horrific, heartbreaking, disgusting, and horrific. Hold on, I just saw somebody walk past my yard. I feel that she shouldn't stop sharing stuff with Christian, but I think that the videos that she shared with Christian is stuff that they absolutely are doing together for him, like his school experiences, him joining a different sport, or him graduating from a certain grade, or his health accomplishments, his life accomplishments. I think him getting a new dog or whatever, I think she still should share that. But I think when it comes to meal prepping, financial things and beauty and all that stuff, I think she shouldn't have them in the video, because that's not stuff that benefits him, not stuff that he would know anything about. So I think, yeah, she should limit him on her YouTube channel if she ever brings it back, you know, and just put him in videos that absolutely are directed towards him and that are positive, you know, not fake positive, but positive, and could just be memories for him to look back. Look, when I was 7, and here he is 18 or something, or look at that birthday, or look at my friend. Remember Joe, my friend? I'm just coming up with the name. I wonder whatever happened to him. So I think he deserves to have those memories, and I think that people should share who they want to share with, you know, with you. If they have a family and they want to share their parents or their siblings or their children, the grandchildren, they should have the right to share that, even with what she did. And maybe it's a better thing that she shares in, because we can see for ourselves what's happening, and we can kind of get a feel, an idea. And then if everything is good and positive and true, then we'll cheer her on and cheer Christian on. You know, everybody loves Christian and wants to continue to see Christian. But I think, yeah, does she have to pick and choose what is beneficial to him, what videos are beneficial for him to be in, and to hold something sacred? Yeah, I think it should be limited, especially until she completely and hopefully recovers from this. But I think she has every right to share her son, and I think it's just a good thing for his future to share, to see, look back and see fun things, and to see memories with his mom and his grandpa and his grandma and stuff like that. So I think she shouldn't cut him completely out of her YouTube channel or Instagram, but I think she should be mindful. Is this healthy for him mentally, emotionally, spiritually? Is it healthy for him physically? Is this true? Am I being authentic? Is what's happening being authentic? I think she needs to, you know, make sure that she checks off all those things, and just bring her and her son naturally onto YouTube. If you have nothing to hide, well, what's the problem? So that's my spill. It's a long spill. I don't ever want to talk about this again unless there's some incredible update. Then I'll say, hey, I heard this happen. I'm so happy that it all turned out well. Hopefully we don't ever see or hear another bad thing ever again, especially when it comes to Christian. God forbid. I think that was more than enough, and that even shouldn't have been. So yes, this is it for this video. Yeah, so let's try to be that way. Let's try to give people a chance, at least one chance. I've given people many chances, and I'm done with them. So those people that I completely taken out of my life, I just didn't have one instance and I let them go. No, I have given them way too many chances, so I don't want to do it anymore. But you know, this has never happened to before, at least from what we know and we've seen. So yeah, just pray for her in Christian, because, you know, people, we're in a pandemic. We're living scary and dangerous times. Let's just be prayerful for each other. Let's just extend grace. And so Jordan is no different. I'll have her, and especially Christian, in my prayers. I'm totally extending grace. I'm hoping and praying for the best, that they will come back with their authentic self, and they've gotten rid of all the negative, anything fake, anything that is hurtful, that they can just take it out of their lives and have a new slate, and that everything from now on will be positive and happy and peaceful and loving and all that, you know, good stuff. So Jordan, I wish you well. I really wish, you know, I'm just repeating myself. So I'm going to let this video go. Thank you so much for watching. Moving on, I'm going to be continue my Little House on the Prairie series, my life series. What's happening? I still got to do that medical update. Fall decorations, winter decorations, the holiday, my kid's birthday, so much that I got for you. So I hope you stick around. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, because that's the only way you get heads up on every time I upload a video. And don't forget to give this video a like. So until my next video, take care, be blessed, and stay safe.